Carriage. The first time I saw it, I thought it was a trick of the moonlight. It was nearly 2 a.m., and I was biking home from my cousin's house on the outskirts of Canelones, a quiet area just northeast of Montevideo, Uruguay. The road was narrow, flanked by rows of low brush and eucalyptus trees that rustled gently in the warm breeze. I'd taken that road hundreds of times. I could have ridden it blindfolded, but that night felt different. The air was too still. The cicadas had stopped. Even the distant hum of traffic was gone. Just the soft whir of my tires and my breath. And then I heard wheels, wooden wheels, clacking softly, slowly, coming from ahead. I slowed, expecting to see a farmer's cart or maybe some kind of late delivery. But what emerged from the bend wasn't a car or a truck. It was a horse-drawn carriage, old, wooden, with high wheels and iron-rimmed edges, the kind you'd expect in a museum or a period drama. The horses were large and dark, walking in perfect unison. The driver sat straight on the bench, reins slack in his hands. But something was wrong. None of them had heads. Not the horses. Not the driver. From the neck up, nothing. Just torn edges of flesh, like paper that had been burned. I froze in place, foot on the ground, the front light of my bike catching the shine of the carriage wheels. And still, it moved. Straight ahead, smooth, unhurried, silent. I stood on the side of the road and watched it pass. It didn't stop, didn't acknowledge me. The reins didn't move, yet the horses walked as if following a path they couldn't stray from. As the carriage rolled past, I expected to smell rot, blood, something. But all I caught was a scent like burnt wood. And then it was gone, disappeared into the night, swallowed by darkness. I didn't sleep that night. I kept seeing it in my head. The missing heads, the smooth motion, the silence. The next morning, I told myself it wasn't real. Sleep deprivation, shadows, maybe a trick played by headlights on some statue I didn't remember. But I couldn't shake it. So I went back. Same time, same road. I waited. At 2:06 a.m., I heard it again. The clack of wheels, the rhythmic thud of hooves. And there it was. Same carriage, same faceless driver, same awful stillness. This time, I followed it. I pedaled behind slowly, careful not to get too close. I kept a steady distance, close enough to see, far enough not to be noticed. But it didn't acknowledge me, didn't speed up, didn't slow down. It just moved. I followed for nearly 40 minutes. The road narrowed, trees pressed in. The stars above seemed to fade behind the branches. Then the path dipped, and the carriage turned into a trail I didn't know existed. No signs, no fence, just tall grass bent beneath invisible wheels. I hesitated, but then I pedaled forward. The trail was rough, roots under the tires, damp soil. My legs burned as I kept pace, but I didn't stop. I had to know where it went. The carriage began to glow faintly, just a soft red hue, like embers in a dying fire. The farther it went, the brighter it became. I squinted through the trees, and that's when I realized it wasn't glowing, it was bleeding. The wooden planks of the carriage seeped with something dark and wet, not dripping, leaking, as if whatever had once lived inside was now soaked into the frame. The driver's neck, what was left of it, shimmered like bone. Still, it moved. I stopped. I don't know why. My hands shook on the handlebars. Something told me if I went further, I wouldn't come back. The air around me vibrated like a low hum inside my teeth. And then the carriage vanished. No sound, no light, just gone. I turned my bike around and rode home as fast as I could. The next day, I didn't say anything to anyone, but I couldn't let it go. So I returned. Again. Same time, same place, but this time I brought someone. Thomas, a friend from school, skeptic, brave, smarter than me. He didn't believe a word until we both heard the wheels, and then he had to follow. I tried to stop him, told him what I saw, told him what I felt, but he just smiled, adjusted his backpack, and rode after it. I stayed at the fork in the trail, just before the trees closed in. Waited. Watched the red glow disappear. And then, nothing. No sound. No movement. Just the wind again, soft and indifferent. I waited for hours. Thomas didn't come back. At dawn, I went home alone. His mother called me that afternoon, asked if I'd seen him. I said no. That night, at 2:11 a.m., I heard a sound outside my house, a soft scrape. I looked out the window, and there it was, Thomas's bicycle, leaning perfectly upright against my gate. No mud on the tires, no sign of a crash, just resting, waiting. But Thomas was gone. No footprints, no phone, no note, just his bike. It's been a week now. The bicycle is still there. No one has touched it. The road is silent again, but I can't help it. Every night, I wait, at the window, listening for wheels, for hooves, for the headless carriage that never stops, that never looks back, that always, always finds someone new to follow.